Good morning, girls and ghouls and everybody in between. Are you ready to hear about yet another iteration of Frankenstein? Well, strap in because this time it's slightly different than the original.
Fuck.
already fucked up.
Where the music was.
I don't know why it's not playing. Just a second. Here we go.
Is this a metal thing?
Yes. Little taste.
David, what is this?
Pretty big.
Great.
I have to kill a lot of people. Just tell me what you want me to fuck.
I have big tits and a tiny vagina.
Oil me up, daddy.
I can't believe the bride's first big tits.
Mistletoe alert.
This is backcountry.
This guy was a real jerk.
How long can Hugo be pregnant?
Chomp, 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 chomp.
Oh, I'm just such a dick, David.
Okay, everybody, put on your corpse handling gloves.
Ew.
Hoodie Picasso. Horror.
Hello, I'm Sydney Lee. What? Why did I say it like that?
And I'm Max. Fuck!
I knew this wouldn't go well.
Oh, damn it.
And I'm Bryce Hansen.
And I'm Max.
Max Allen. And this is Horror Movie Talk. And today we have a special guest is my friend Sean Hennigan. He was on our Sinners episode. Hi, Sean.
Buongiorno.
This went perfect. We're a silly and opinionated horror movie review show. New releases always got priority, but we also review older horror movies, both good and horrible. What the fuck?
Sydney, do you need someone to take over?
I don't know. I don't know why I'm nervous. Like,
It's because Sean's here. You just want to impress your friends.
I know. I'm like, Sean, I'm professional. Don't expect a full recap, but strap in for some hot takes as we dive into what we liked and hated about the movie. Make sure you rate, review anywhere you are listening, and check out our website, horrormovietalk.com, to find links to our socials, or call 682-253-4468 and leave us a voicemail. We've got a great show today. We're reviewing Frankenstein. We'll start out by giving a spoiler-free synopsis and review. After we give our score, we'll jump into the spoiler section. And later, Max has graciously prepared Name That Frankenstein for us to play.
No, it's Name That. You gotta say it with me, or
Frankenstein!
Frankenstein!
Exactly. Okay, so Frankenstein can be found on Netflix as of yesterday, which was the 7th. The synopsis is, honestly, if you don't know what Frankenstein is about, I don't know why you're listening to a horror movie podcast. I wrote score twice. So I heard a lot of mixed reviews about this, but I tried to stay away from as many spoilers as possible, as if like the story could really be spoiled. Del Toro does add some new elements to the classic tale. Some might say maybe too many new elements. Some might say that. I'm not saying it, but some might. It is kind of long.
A lot of people are saying there's too many new elements.
I'm worried that Sydney didn't read the book like I told him.
I didn't read the book.
Because if you're thinking this has new elements, I got news for you.
Okay,
This is
then
what the
we
book
can-
is.
I can be corrected. I didn't read the book. I'm sorry. I didn't have time. I will get
New
around
elements
to it.
compared to the 1931.
No, that's totally
Frankenstein.
fair. That's
Yeah.
totally fair.
Yeah. I was just kind of saying it was long. That was the whole. It's
Oh,
pretty. It's a pretty fucking long movie.
Very long.
This movie is beautifully shot, albeit sometimes you can tell it was made for streaming. Cough, cough. Why is the sunlight in my face? Cough, cough. But for the most part, it's colorful, playful, and imaginative, with backdrops and settings that match the incredible costumes. Mia Goth looks ethereal in all of her elaborate gowns, veils, and feathers. Her wedding dress deserves its own moment of silence. The bandaged look around her arms, so major. The costumes tell their own stories, and they do a wonderful job at that. Oscar Isaac gets hotter every time I see him in a movie. Don't know how he manages that, but he manages it well. Even though he's pretty evil in this, he still looks good. I also think Jacob Elordi does an amazing job as the creature. He proves himself time and time again with physical and emotional acting. He captivates and intrigues. He shines. The story is good. It's a bit hammed up at times, and Del Toro is quite heavy-handed, so much so that it feels like being hit in the head with a hammer. Yes, I understand the story you're trying to tell, Mr. Del Toro. Thank you for making sure I do. Also, not a big fan of the narration aspect. Don't think it added much to the story. I also really could have done without the Danish sailors in their entirety. This would have been a lot better. Christoph Waltz was a pleasant surprise, although his character has little to no narrative impact. I always enjoy seeing him on screen, but I felt as though he was a little pointless. All in all, I had a good time watching this. It's compelling, emotional, gorgeous, and thrilling. And goddamn you, Netflix, for a limited theatrical release. Giving it an 8 out of 10. I liked it.
Sean, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Oh, sorry. Thought you said
How many
Bryce.
Seans do we got here?
Sean, go ahead.
Yeah, I immediately upon finishing the movie last night just texted Sydney. Just finished 2.5 out of 5. I love the book Frankenstein. I reread it constantly. Didn't particularly enjoy Del Toro's adaptation. I think he leaned heavy on the themes and motifs rather than book accurate details. I especially didn't like the biggest thing that I didn't like was the change of Elizabeth compared to the book and the movie. I think the use of Elizabeth in the book as what she serves as like this dangling piece for Victor to like do what the creature is asking him to, and changing it to like having the brother to be the brother's fiance. I was like, I kind of think you're kind of screwing up the plot a little too much. But I, like Sydney said, I thought it was shot very well. The color grading was insane. And yeah, the acting was good. Jacob Elordi, I think, was the best part of the movie. The body language as the creature of adapting, and then even when the creature's telling his story, you could tell it was through the verbiage, but like the partial incomplete sentences he just did, I thought, way better than I expected. So, but yeah, overall, just didn't particularly enjoy it.
So
You're actually giving, what was your score? 2.5 out of 10?
Oh, you guys are at 10. So if it's out of 10, then 4.
Okay. I was like, wow, that's harsh.
Wait, 2.5 doesn't.
2.5 is a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, that's a 4 is 2. Wait, 2 is 4 out of 10.
Okay, then 2.
2.5 would be okay.
No,
so
4.
So 4 out of 10.
Yeah, 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10.
Okay. Wow. Okay, I want to see what you guys said. Max, I saw your score on Letterboxd, but
yeah, Max, you go ahead.
We have the same score. I also gave it an 8 out of 10. I really liked it. It's probably the most book accurate version of Frankenstein we have on film so far, and I really like the ways it's like the book. I think the way it deviates from the book is fine. I always think to myself that I want it to be just like the book, and then I realize that I already have the book, and it's nice to have something new. So the changes to me were fine. I think what they got right is some of my favorite parts of the book, which is the actual character of the creature. Instead of, most movies will make the creature just this like bumbling idiot for the whole runtime, and then he like dies. Versus this movie, we actually get to see him kind of grow up, so to speak, which I think is the most beautiful part about the book. I love how it shows that when he's being abused, he learns nothing, but when he's actually shown kindness, he, you know, can read and write and likes music. And I think that's all really awesome. So I like that they delved into that. And Sydney, you said you didn't like the whole, like, the boat scenes and stuff. I actually think it adds quite a bit to the narrative, and I enjoyed it. So yeah, I thought it was really good. The only things that I didn't enjoy was it was a little too on the nose with the themes, like you said, Sean. Like, I think they say more than once that the true monster, right, is Victor, which is like, okay, we can get that from the story. You don't have to say it out loud. But it was pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I really liked it too. Yeah, it's an interesting mix. Like, I think narratively and thematically, it's pretty spot on with the book. It strays with, like, the ending and you know, add some more characters that may or may not be necessary. But the structure of the story matches the book, which I think is like a really interesting structure of showing Victor's story and then having it contrast with the creatures, because that's, first of all, like, the big reveal of the book is that the creature can talk and actually has intelligence at that point. Spoilers. I think a lot of the on the nose stuff is more an homage to the era which it's, or the fictional genre of Victorian, you know, literature. So a lot of it is very much about the more moralistic lens, or like the morality of playing God, and the elements of the sci-fi stuff where they're talking about the science behind it. It felt very much from the Victorian era, and I think that's what Guillermo del Toro really likes. And I think it's obvious that he loves the source material and has been inspired by the story and the previous adaptations, and that love comes through in this one. It's not without flaws. The acting's really good, but the accents are all over the place. I wasn't a big fan of Mia Goth in this. She definitely has, like, iPhone face, and
You
her
think?
accent.
Really?
Huh?
You really
Oh,
think
yeah.
that she does?
I think that's such a made up phrase. Like, yeah, they look like they have iPhones. That's just people, Bryce.
She's got no. It's like the whole lip filler Botox face. It's like,
She
this person
doesn't-
would not.
I think she looks.
she
She's
looks
not
pretty
terrible. It's not
natural.
as
She
bad.
She looks
as,
pretty
like,
natty to me, for being honest.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't work for. She
I
seems
think you
out
have
of place
something
in this.
against her. I
I
don't
think you
think
have
you
something
like
against
Mia
women.
Goth.
Okay.
Tell us what you think about women, real quick.
I mean, she's married to Shia LaBeouf, so
That's
I
true.
believe all
That's
of them.
true.
First of all,
She
I didn't know
is.
that.
She hides it well because he's crazy.
But anyways, and I think some of the character development is uneven. Like, it's kind of that's the thing about the original James Whale Frankenstein, is that it was very simple, and it was the monster's the monster. Frankenstein is, you know, a mad scientist,
Yeah.
caught up in the moment. And this film is more playing with, like, you know, who is the villain? Who is the good guy? Like, is Victor Frankenstein a sympathetic character? Sometimes, you know. Is the creature a sympathetic character? Sometimes. And then sometimes they're both the monster. So that could have been handled a little better, or have the character arcs a little more nailed down to me, because, like, especially with Victor Frankenstein, going a little nutty after the experiment, it doesn't land as well as I thought it could.
Well, they're
But
treading new territory there because they really kind of deviate from the book in the sense that, I mean, we'll get more into it in spoilers, but the whole post experiment little bit is fresh territory there.
I figured that
Yeah.
wasn't in the book.
I mean, in the book, Victor Frankenstein is just mostly just a pussy, and he's
Well,
just
it's
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah, yeah.
he's like,
Like-
he like faints. He's like,
The
"Oh,
moment
Yeah.
he sees the monster, he's like, "Go, leave! I'm too afraid of you."
Yeah. Honestly, a really good, like, almost word for word adaptation to Frankenstein is the show Penny Dreadful, if anyone has seen
Hmm.
that.
Oh, I haven't.
I've heard the Mary Shelley's Frankenstein from
Yes, that one as
the
well.
90s was pretty close
Yeah.
to the book.
My favorite
anyways,
Frankenstein
my score
adaptation is Lisa Frankenstein. If we're being honest, that's
I forgot about Lisa Frankenstein.
that's a perfect
banger.
10 out of 10, and we all gave that a 10 out of 10 when we
Well,
watched.
you know
it,
what
so-
else is a perfect 10 out of 10 Frankenstein movie is Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that might be the best. Might be. The
I mean,
best.
other than the book, Young Frankenstein might be the best thing to ever come out of this IP. Just ever.
Yeah, I posted on our socials a question of what's your favorite adaptation of, or film adaptation of Frankenstein, and it was pretty resounding split between Bride of Frankenstein and Young Frankenstein. Like
Mhm.
those are the two favorites, and yeah, frankly, they hold up.
Well,
I
we're
mean-
getting a Bride movie next year with Christian
Yeah.
Bale and Jesse
Yeah.
Buckley.
It's like a Bonnie and Clyde type of.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So anyways, my score, I think in terms of like enjoyment, I can't really put my finger on it why I don't have a higher score, but I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. It's still a really high quality. It's a beautiful movie. I think it's well suited to Guillermo del Toro and his love of the source material. It comes through. It's a great adaptation. But I don't know if it's going to stand the test of time as
Yeah.
an important, Frankenstein film rather than just another Frankenstein film.
I think I have like a little issue with Del Toro sometimes. Like I think that I don't think he makes movies for children. Like that's not what I'm trying to say, but like I mean, I love Pan's Labyrinth. I love Pan's Labyrinth. That's like one of my favorite movies, but like with his heavy-handedness and like leaning into these themes so much so, like what Max said was like saying like, oh yeah, this is the monster like a million times. Like it's like I know how to watch a movie, and I know how to like as an adult who watches movies all the time, like we are well versed in like picking up on themes without them being spelled out for us. And I think that Del Toro does that a lot, where he's like directly spelling everything out, and it's like you need to have a little bit more faith in the viewer to understand what you're trying to portray. And I think that's like where I draw a line with him. But I love him because he literally said fuck AI, and he made everyone say that at one of the screenings of this movie.
No, I think it's just a difference in storytelling style. I mean, what Guillermo del Toro loves is fairy tales. That's apparent for me. And with fairy tales, there's an element of being heavy-handed with the morality of it or the message of it. You can, it's like that's part of the magic is like it's not reality. It's a heightened reality, and part of the heightened reality is like underlining what the message is supposed to be. So I don't hold that against them personally. It's just a different style. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't. I think what Guillermo del Toro would be terrible at is like the gritty, realistic, dramatic version of it. It's just not suited to his style. Like he needs more flair and a little more, heightened reality for his stuff, and I think he does well with that.
Yeah. All right, so should we get into the mid-roll before spoilers? Everyone's favorite part of the show. You know, if you're listening to these commercials like this one, you know you shouldn't have to. You can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/horror movie talk. We have a whole new list of tiers that we're going to go through at the end of this episode, but if you go to that link, you'll see the explanations for them. We are very excited about unveiling these new tiers. We just did it this week or this past week, so go check that out. We also have our shop at horrormovietalk.com, where we sell t-shirts and stickers and sweatshirts and all that jazz. So go check it out. We get some good stuff there. And of course, you have to check out our resident artist, Dustin Goebel. He is the best, and he has a new medieval sci-fi comic called Forain, which is Forraein, on Instagram and Patreon. We have him recommended on our Patreon. Go check it out. He's the best. He does so much for us, and we love him. He also takes commissions for artwork from HMT fans, so contact him at DGOEBEL00 on Instagram and make your artistic dreams come true. Tell him that we sent you. And once again, our phone number is 682-253-4468. Leave us a voicemail. Tell us what you think. Thanks again for listening. Let's get into spoilers.
So, was anyone else super surprised at how mangled they made his leg look when he got in that explosion?
Yeah, because I
That
saw
was
him.
like shockingly scary.
Yeah, I saw him hit his back against the pillar, and I was like, "Oh man, he screwed up his back." And then they cut to his leg. I was like, "Oh."
One thing that Del Toro does right is gore. Like he's good with body horror. He's good with gore. Like Pan's Labyrinth. Like the first time I watched Pan's Labyrinth, I thought I was watching Labyrinth with David Bowie, and so I'm halfway through Pan's Labyrinth.
Like,
And
where's David Bowie?
And I'm going, I think that this is the wrong movie because I thought there was singing and dancing, and this movie is really dark and gritty and horrifying. And in that movie, like the first time you see gore in that movie, it's very shocking because it's like this fairy tale told through the perspective of a child. And then you see like someone get shot point blank in the head and their brains explode. And you're like, oh, so what are we doing here? Like Del Toro is really good with the body horror and the shock value of the gore because you really don't expect it. Obviously, you expect some in a movie like this, but the way that he presents it, it's like, oh my god! Like especially when Victor is assembling his creature, I was like, wow! Like they're really they're pulling the tendons and they're attaching the nerves. I love that. That was probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other adaptation that really goes into the body horror element of
the biomechanics.
Assembling. I don't think I can remember any adaptation where you see them assemble and like shove in parts and stuff.
If they do, it's like, here's the arm, the attached arm, here's the leg. But this was like, no, we need to get the individual muscles out of these things and onto the new body. It's crazy.
I watched this with my wife and my daughter, who's almost 13. And for the most part, my daughter loved it, but she does not do gore really well. She's like,
oh no.
And her reaction is always like, I don't like this. I do not like this. Can you turn off the volume? That's the other part that's great is the sound design on those scenes and the gore of just like, as he's like assembling the body and just the utter disregard for sanitation. He's just walking through, like he's wading through puddles of blood and stuff is just sluicing down the floors of this castle.
Honestly, shows why so many people for so long didn't like doctors because they were like, "Why are you putting your hands in someone and then going to like eat your food?"
Right.
Yeah, especially when he has that cadaver before he's made the monster and he's trying to figure out like where to put the electricity, and he just
Yeah.
leaves the cadaver like out and he lets like Elizabeth like touch it and shit. I'm like, wait, like guys, like that's really gross. Like let's
Well,
put him on some
how-
ice.
How did they keep the bodies so fresh? Because you never really see these corpses like rotting. They almost look pristine all the time.
Well, in the castle, they had that like cold room where there was like the giant blocks of ice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
it's
and
really cold
they
in there.
harvested the bodies from a battlefield that was like,
Frozen
in winter.
battlefield, yeah.
Yeah.
So I
because
guess
he tells them don't take the stuff off the bottom because it's going to be damaged by the cold
Yeah.
ground, and don't take the stuff off the top, which is, damaged by the elements. Take the stuff off the middle, where it's just nice and cold.
Oh, there was the scene where he was getting the bodies from the hangings, and I was like, oh my god. Like I was
Yeah.
like he was like, this one's good before he's even dead, and I was like, you're an asshole. Like you're crazy.
Have you guys? Did you guys ever learn about? I think Sean, you alluded to this right now. The physician that like discovered hand washing basically as.
Well,
You know.
because all the babies were
Yeah.
dying because the doctors would go from the sick ward to the delivery area.
Yeah, so I mean, this was around that time when that was discovered. So it was like, yeah, physicians were literally just not washing their hands. And when this physician came out and said, like, hey, guys, I think if we wash our hands, it might actually, help reduce infection. And there's the entire medical community was like, pussy!
Skill issue.
I love how people are reverting back to that now. Like I feel like people are like, you don't need to be clean, and I'm like, wait, how did we
Drink
get
raw milk.
here? Yeah, please don't do that.
Louis
Like,
Pasteur
that's-
was an idiot.
I mean, there's like there's a balance. I think we've gone too far on one side versus the other. I mean, the whole like peanut allergy thing is like a good example of it. It's like if you try to fight against, all possible harms, like you end up harming people more.
Well, so people with peanut allergies should just die.
No, I mean,
he's
well,
saying
you know
that
what I'm
people are
talking
getting
about, right?
peanut allergies because
Do you have a peanut allergy?
Yep.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
allergic-
know that.
I'm allergic to peanuts,
Pussy.
all nuts, soy, and grass.
What?
you're allergic to soy.
Yeah.
What's the
I'm not a
level
soy boy.
before soy boy? Where you can't even handle the soy.
Beta cuck, Sean.
I mean,
Well,
Well, that's the thing. So like
I'm an oat boy.
they were worried about kids getting allergic, or kids that were allergic to peanuts in schools, and so they made it so you could not like have your kids come to school if they witnessed a peanut. If they saw a peanut before they came to school, they were supposed to stay home. And all of a sudden, every kid
Has a fucking
has a peanut allergy.
Well,
Because,
it's
like,
interesting.
For the most part, if you have exposure to stuff, you build up a tolerance, and that's the same
Yeah,
with
well, it's
the
really
immune
weird.
system overall.
I don't know anything about how allergies develop, but they say you're supposed to start introducing peanuts to your kids younger than they thought
Yeah,
before because
Yeah.
they
My
realize that if you
allergies kicked
introduce it
in
younger-
at puberty. Like literally, one day I started puberty and my throat started closing as I was eating peanut butter ice cream.
wow.
Well, your
Oh my
your hormones
God.
just couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so funny because I mean, me and
There's
Max,
only room in this body for 2 nuts now.
Yep.
like me, Max, and Sean, we're like probably the last generation of like people who could actually bring peanut butter to school. Like we just had like a separate table or whatever. Like you just
Yeah,
had to
we
suck
just
it up if you had the
ostracized
allergy.
the kids.
right. Just go fuck off over there. Like we're gonna eat our peanut butter. But like, I literally had no idea that you had a peanut allergy. I guess I wouldn't have known in high school. It's not like we were actively bringing peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to school. Like it's
No.
not like that was like a thing. We were eating our shitty $10 fucking lunch that came with fries and one piece of chicken.
I was eating the Taco Bell $5 bean burrito that was in our cafeteria.
What?
You guys have any like fast food. I don't even think it
No.
was weird. It was just in one
we went
school.
to we went
We
to
went to
private
small-
school.
we had a-
small.
We went to
Catholic
private school. We had no
Yeah.
funding.
we had a Taco Bell like little kiosk
Yeah.
in
I've
one
heard
of
of
the
that,
schools,
yeah.
and none of the other schools had it. But you could go
What
and
the
get
fuck?
like Taco Bell bean burritos,
Sydney, look up.
but they were like way overpriced. It was like airport prices for.
Sydney, look up
the
big
kids.
like schools in Texas. They'll have their cafeterias have like 5 or 6 different like food court style like
Yeah,
restaurants.
I was
Well, in
stealing
my-
Pop Tarts from Mr. Frost's fucking
I know.
desk for lunch. Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
well, in the my sophomore to senior year, I went to a new school that was just was newly built in our school district, and it was like kind of a prototype school for that new type, and it did have a food court. It had a big. It was very mall-like. Like the school was very much
Right.
wow.
designed like a mall, and it had a food court in the middle, and it was the school like cooking it. But it had like a place where you could get burgers and fries, which was probably the best one. Had a place for pizza, had a place for like salad bars that no one used, and then one that was just kind of more like a normal cafeteria.
We had
lunch.
We had like one option every day for lunch, and then we had like a salad bar. But like it was like I can't even describe how disgusting our cafeteria was. Like I don't like
Right.
it was so nasty. Like we just mostly brought our lunch, and then like senior year, I feel like we got like DoorDash a couple times. Like I
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
stopped caring.
Yeah, we were like, fuck this, I don't care. But this isn't a podcast about school lunches. This is a podcast about
Anyways,
Frankenstein.
that's all to say that, like, you know, back then they were not concerned about
Yeah.
sanitation.
Right.
And, you know, even when you're opening up bodies and in like breaking the seal of the human body, they're like, the body will figure it out.
All right,
You know,
let's test the limits of how clean Sydney needs things to be. So because
What the fuck?
you're always making fun of us for not showering every day, which I think is totally fine.
Like, Sean, can you
okay.
back me up? Like, I don't.
I will say, in case anyone here is not aware, white people get made fun of a lot by non-white people for not showering every day.
I shower every day. I shower every single
I
night.
used to shower
They
every
do not.
day. I used
They
to
do
shower
not.
every day, and guess what? And then I had a kid, and now there's not time.
Mm.
There's not time in the day.
Can't take a horse bath just in the sink, bar soap.
No, dude.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I'm changing
if it's-
diapers while listening to a audiobook. I got too much on my plate.
That is the good thing about having kids is you have access to baby wipes pretty quick. Like you can have a pretty quick horse bath anytime you want.
Okay, I do take showers very frequently. Just I'm not scrupulous about it being every day.
Very frequently. Okay, what is the test? What is the test for my cleanliness?
Okay,
then?
would you rather not wash your hands for a week or not take a shower for a week?
I would not take a shower for a week. Actually, wait. Can I use hand sanitizer in place of washing my hands?
I feel like it's a
No.
little cheating.
No,
Okay,
that's considered washing.
Then I probably wouldn't shower for a week because I'd rather have my hands clean.
That's probably a good bet because you got to eat with those things.
I do shit with my hands all day. Like, I scoop my cat's litter. Like, if I couldn't clean my hands after that, I would get sick. Like, that's disgusting. But but I wouldn't not shower for a week. Like,
Okay,
I
well,
go.
either way you choose. Now you're living in Victor's life.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think it's interesting with all the sanitation and cleanliness in this, but at the same time, we have Christoph Waltz's character who is unveiled to have syphilis, and that's where Victor draws the line. He's like, "No, I can't put your brain in the body because your brain's infected with the syphilis." I thought this was a really
confused
pointless.
about that part.
I thought this was I thought he was just a pointless character. I liked him as a
Yeah.
character, but I just thought his whole storyline was a little pointless. Like, I thought he was funny, and I thought he was like kind of gay coded. Which I thought him and Oscar Isaac were having a little flirtation there.
No, that's just
Um,
Christoph Waltz being Swiss. All Swiss people are all Swiss guys. are like
Okay. Okay. That's fair. But I thought, like, I understand he needed him for the financing and stuff, but if his whole character was like ixnayed from the movie, I don't think it would have taken anything away, because when he dies, it's like, oh, we're gonna hide this from Elizabeth, or Victor's gonna hide this from Elizabeth, but then it doesn't come back at all. Like, it has no narrative impact for the rest of the movie. So
Yeah, it was a weird addition to have him have or even need a sponsor for it, because
right.
he's
Well,
he's a
wasn't he
fucking
filthy
baron.
rich?
It's like
Yeah.
he could
Yeah, so this
Figure it out
was
himself.
like one of the main beefs I had with it compared to the book. Because in the book, he's like, they're stupid rich because they're Swiss, and I think he goes to college in Ingolstadt in Germany, and that's where he Victor's like a young, he's almost like Oppenheimer, if you guys have read American Prometheus, where he's like really weird, doesn't have people skills, and then like ends up making the monster, and then like Bryce said, immediately he's like a drama queen, and he's like, oh no, like, and just leaves the monster in the house, and he's like hiding various parts of the city, like waiting for the monster to get out of the house.
I think one of the main parts that was a big difference kind of undercut the story, but I mean, it's like one of these things where everyone watching Frankenstein already knows the story of Frankenstein, so who cares? But I
Right.
will say, plot-wise, it kind of undercuts the monster or the creature resurrection when you've seen Frankenstein in front of a huge audience already bringing back a dead guy to life.
Yeah.
It's like, and that's like one of the opening scenes basically is him just doing what he said, which would be
Doing the thing.
fucking crazy if like, oh yeah, it's just a guy just casually resurrected a quarter of a dead body and it was able to catch a ball. It's like,
Yeah.
I like that scene though. I thought it was cool.
yeah, it is
And
cool.
Ralph Ineson is the guy.
Yeah, he has his little cameo. Yeah.
which I really loved seeing
Oh, I
him.
didn't even notice that.
I was
agree
like,
that it definitely undercuts the moment when the monster or the creature does come to life, because it's like, okay, this is the third corpse we've seen come to life.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah,
do
'cause
explain that he can't keep them alive for long. Like that's why he needs this big battery-powered machine. It's
Yeah.
because he can only keep them alive for like 90 seconds.
Yeah, he needed
Yeah.
the
But we're never
entrance to
show-
the
see, that's the thing.
lymphatic or whatever.
We're never shown that, which also undercuts
Yes.
the plot, which is like, we're just given that information through dialogue with Christoph Waltz, where he's like, I know that you're trying to just save face, that body would have just, slumped over because it didn't have the enough power. It's like, well, yeah, show us that. Like, show us what the dilemma is and like what we're aiming to overcome, as opposed to just telling us.
Right, like if he had
Um,
failed in front of what would essentially amount to his colleagues at the university in Edinburgh, then like if it had stopped working, like it didn't catch the ball, like then you go, oh, okay, we see the problem here.
Yeah, right.
That would have
right.
been great
Just
if
hits
he
him in
like
the
threw
face.
the ball, but like the guy just didn't catch it. It went by his hands, and then
little
all the
slow.
people in the audience were like,
Yeah.
who cares?
Next.
So you can bring them to life, but they're a little stupid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there, for how much, love is shown to the, the previous movies and the book, like that bit, I mean, the most iconic scene in all of Frankenstein movies is the experiment. It is
Right.
the
Yeah.
the time when he
The it's
conquers
alive moment.
death. And that is kind of, yeah, it doesn't have the same impact in this one. But it's more focused on the drama and the characters and the dichotomy between Frankenstein and his creation.
Yeah.
So
the difference here is, like, I think in the book, if I remember, it's been like 6 months since I read it, but I think in the book he brings the creature to life and then immediately regrets it and decides to go to bed.
Yep.
And then the monster like, follows him to the bedchamber and freaks him out.
Yeah.
And he like tells him to leave, and he goes.
Creature's like, "We gonna fuck now or what?"
Well, that's what that.
There was some interesting gay undertones in this movie. I mean, you have
That's
this
what I
like
was saying.
super handsome, super muscular Frankenstein standing like pretty much naked in front of his bed, and they're like both breathing heavy and staring in each other's eyes. Like it's a powerful gay moment right there.
And then I started jerking off, and
but then you gotta
no.
well, that's disgusting, because you gotta think about how Frankenstein is literally an infant in this moment.
No, I know, and I felt every single time someone was mean to him, I wanted to cry. He does not deserve to get shot. He doesn't deserve to get chained up. He's just a baby. He's just
got
a
Deadpool
baby.
powers in this movie, though.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He could heal
He
himself.
can regenerate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know. I was confused about making him immortal. Like not immortal, but like just I guess immortal. I don't know. I didn't think that I thought he could die. Like that's why can't he die?
Yeah, I can't remember if that's from the novel or not.
I don't.
I don't think so. I think he like. It's not regenerative, but like he can heal faster than normal people, but it's like it's not instantaneous.
Yeah,
I think
he's
like
not Wolverine.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
But I mean,
like...
that was another thing that I think they kind of, put too early in the film, was revealing how strong and monstrous
right.
he was. But I mean, it was for a purpose. Like I think they could have had all of the, the fighting stuff, those action sequences. But the part where it kind of jumps the shark is when he almost turns a ship stuck in ice.
Like what?
Over. It's like, all right, so is he Superman then? Like, did he literally create like a Kryptonian?
But like... that doesn't make sense. Like it's like it's too much, and it's like I guess it's supposed to be like, oh, Victor doesn't know what he created or what he started and all this stuff. But it's like that was already shown when he could like die and come back to life. Like we didn't need the extra scenes.
Also,
if
like
they had
again,
left just the part at the end where he pushes the ship out to sea, that would have been better. Just because you didn't. You wouldn't,
It doesn't
also
blow your
affect
load.
the rest of the way you see him throughout the movie.
I did not like the constant interaction between the monster, or I should say creature, and Elizabeth. Because again, in the book, Elizabeth is Victor's fiance, and he's got a little mommy issues because he high key wants to fuck his mom, and Elizabeth like obviously resembles his mother, hence why they got me Goth to play both roles.
Right.
But the monster comes back when he comes back to Victor. He's like, and you see when he's at the wedding, he's like, "Make me another one, like make me someone to love." And Victor's like, "Ew, gross, go away." And then in the book, Victor's like, "I will literally kill Elizabeth. Don't fuck with me." Like, and I think there's mention of like Brazil in the book, which I find hilarious because it's like Brazil is the farthest they could think of from Europe.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, and it's just I'm like, all right, so we're gonna have Victor be bad, which is fine. That's kind of the point of the book, but then no real repercussion from the monster. Like,
that's true. Like I guess like Elizabeth ends up dying, but it's not Victor's wife or anything.
Yeah,
so...
and also it's not directly due to the creature. Like,
right.
Yeah. Well, I thought that was like all setting it up. It felt to me like they were trying to set up an opening for a sequel that they could make Bride
I hope
Frankenstein
not.
with Mia Goth.
They could like bring Mia Goth back, and
I
'Cause
hope not.
You're showing her
I don't
dead
want
in an
that.
icy cave and just sitting there, and you're like, all right, well, we know where this is going
yeah.
because she had
Yeah.
the hots for.
But we
She
got-
has the hots for this
Yeah.
corpse.
He's really sexy
Yeah.
though. Like I get it. Like he looks hot. Like he is hot in this. Like
No.
I'm.
No.
he-
Yeah, Mia Goth was like that
Teratophilia.
character is the most like, yeah, that I don't know what the word for it is, but it's the
Okay.
it's just the underwritten character of like, oh, I'm an ugly man. What is my fantasy? A girl that will instantly fall in love with me.
Right,
That's like
it's this
Mia
Beauty and
Goth's
the
character.
Beast. It's the
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beastification of like Del Toro does this. He did The Shape of Water too. It's like
Yeah,
Jessie Buckley, a beautiful woman, and
This
a
was my
water
this
creature.
was my hesitancy with Del Toro because I think he's a fucking hack. I think he's the worst director in Hollywood. I'm not even joking. Like Hellboy 1 is good and Pan's Labyrinth is enjoyable. Every single one of his other movies I have disdain towards. Like,
Well, yeah, it's like we need a beautiful woman and a monster again and again and again and again. Like that's why I like Lisa Frankenstein because like I don't know. I mean, I guess it is a beautiful woman and a monster, but she creates him and like she has the autonomy to do that herself. It's not like, oh, a guy is creating this monster and then like the monster falls in love with this beautiful woman just like wants him. It's like, well, isn't reality. Like that's not I don't know.
Yeah, they make it seem like Mia Goth has this like insatiable urge to find like the most beautiful and simplistic thing on earth, and she's
Yeah.
like searching for it, and she sees it in butterflies and like insects and stuff.
yeah, and she's like into
But-
ornithology, and I'm like, fuck.
Right. and she sees it in this creature, but we never, I mean, I don't know, it's an odd direction to go because we never really see why she's so infatuated with this creature. They don't interact much, but she literally like dies for him.
Yes.
Yeah, she was the only one that was ever really kind to him until he meets his like only friend. But she only meets him like once, and she's like, Victor, you're so mean to your creature. Like he's a real person, and Victor's like, I don't give a fuck, bitch. Like leave me alone. I'm gonna blow up this whole castle right now. Like, okay, girl, calm down. Yeah, it was. The more we talk about it, the more like confusing this movie. Not like confusing. I obviously understand it, but it's like there's a lot of interesting choices that Del Toro made here. That's why I think it's like it's not like a movie for kids, but it's like too much hand holding. It's like, what are we doing here?
I did like I think that they handled the character arc of the creature really well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of just learning. I think the book still is the best that did that. I
It's
think
unbeatable.
the description of what it was like for him
Yeah.
as he's wandering the wilderness is like,
Is it?
I don't think that's ever been truly captured by an adaptation, but
In the-
showing
Yeah, yeah.
him like develop and learning language and learning like what he is and his nature is really effective in this. And I think that's what is most successful of the movie is the the discovery of the creature is a unique nature and he's truly alone in the world, and that's the conclusion that he makes is rational, which is if I can't die and I can't live in society, like you should have mercy on me and give me a companion.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is kind of the same thing as what like the main tension in the book is that same request, and the relationship between Frankenstein and the creature is you know, relatively well developed and like fleshed out of like, yeah, he's Victor is a someone that's created something and then abandoned it and abused it, and it's very much like a analog for an abusive and abandoning father not wanting to take responsibility for what it created, and having in the end. And that's why I didn't like the ending too much, because
Yeah.
it's much darker in the book, which
Yes.
is like the creature saying like, well, that's done after Frankenstein dies, versus this where there's a reconciliation. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
it doesn't go as hard.
I
Like,
didn't
when you
like the
have-
reconciliation. It
No.
didn't make sense. It didn't.
it-
he didn't do
it-
anything redeemable.
It takes away from the book, as like you said, and I think this is analogous for Mary Shelley, because she fucking hated her mother so much so that, little fun fact, she lost her virginity on her mother's grave as like a fuck you to her.
I knew that.
Um,
That's so
yeah.
awesome.
And I think this whole book is Mary Shelley like writing and being like, yeah, my mother's a piece of shit, and here's why she's a piece of shit. And like you said, the ending, the monster going, all right, well, see ya, I killed this fucker. Like, and for the movie to be like, rest now, creator, you've had a long and troubled life. Like, it's like, why does he have that sentiment?
He really didn't have a troubled life. He was a rich kid, and his dad was kind of an asshole, and his mom died young. Okay. Like,
Yeah.
yes, these things are traumatic, and I understand that. But, like, you had every opportunity in the world. You had every resource in the world to create a person. Okay. And so now you're upset about that? Because you're a dick and you're entitled, and then he's just entitled and he doesn't want to take responsibility for his creation the entire time. And it's like, I guess it mirrors his relationship with his dad, but then he had these weird mommy issues where he falls in love with a girl that looks exactly like his mom, and he drinks milk all the time.
I was gonna say the milk thing.
The milk thing, gross. Stop. Enough.
I'm like, damn, what am I
That's
watching?
enough.
Homelander?
I really actually like the idea of a man obsessed with science, and he's like, I need to cross this horizon. I need to do it. And then he does it and immediately finds out that means he's a dad now. And he's like, oh, wait, no, I do not want to be a daddy.
Right.
And just freaks out. I also want to touch on what you were talking about, Bryce, of like that his sojourn in the wilderness is the best part of the book,
Yeah.
because and it's uncapturable, I think, on film. Like, you can't get that level of detail in the book. It's like because he is created and kicked out of the castle the same night, and so he never has that period in the movie where he's like learning and growing in the castle.
Yeah, it's like philosophical almost.
Yeah, he gets kicked out and he's in the wilderness and he's starving, but he has no idea what food is. So he just continues to starve for a while because he doesn't know what eating is. And then he sees like these animals like picking up like berries and nuts off the ground, and he like slowly learns that he has to forage. And he learns like what colors are and like what the sun is, all in real time. It's really awesome. It's incredible.
Yeah, there's this thing of describing the lack of ego or personality that is really compelling. The closest that I've seen on film, have you guys ever seen the documentary Touching the Void?
No.
So it's this it's like that, but in reverse. So it's like this mountain climber he's climbing a mountain with his buddy, and an accident happens. His buddy dies, and he breaks his leg or legs, and he's fucked, like truly and thoroughly fucked. And a decent portion of the documentary is basically him describing himself experiencing his body shutting down to die, and the description of like the depersonalization and just like just having your your experience being separated from the world by your ego, and then having that disappear is like really interesting. And that's kind of what was in the book is just the creature describing just purely having sensory experience and having no way to interpret it or understand it, and then slowly gaining it.
Yeah, I like the scenes where he was learning how to read through like the little girl learning how to read and like what words were and stuff, and when he's alone with the blind guy. I really loved all of that because that's like the only real tenderness that this creature is allowed throughout the whole thing. And then that abruptly ends when, like, you know, the people come back to the cabin and they see the creature and they're like, oh my God, this is the one we saw in the woods. Like, let's kill him. Oh, you definitely did this to Grandpa. But it's like, do you not see the dead wolves everywhere? Like, obviously the wolves did this to Grandpa. It wasn't. Also, the scene where he skins the wolf. Holy fuck.
That was so cool.
So crazy. I was, because like this is what I was saying earlier, like it's so out of left field when Del Toro just like throws in this crazy gore, because it's like you're having this like 15-minute long like really nice like scene of like him like walking around and like learning about snow for the first time, and then it's like, oh, the wolves are coming to kill his friend. Oh yeah, let's just skin this motherfucker like one-handed, rip it off. Wow.
That reminded me of another scene or another like sequence that didn't make much sense in context. So when the creature's out in the wilderness and the hunters see him and then just instantly start to shoot him, makes zero sense.
Yeah,
no,
he looks like a
it's
person.
an homage. It's an obvious like homage, or they're taking that from Bride of Frankenstein, the James Whale movie, and because they're hunting for the monster, or they know what the monster is, and then it's out there and so there's no reason why they're like, oh hey, a human that looks very scarred and very pale, let's shoot this motherfucker. Like it's like, we don't know what that is. It's like, yeah, you
he's
do.
just tall.
It's a guy, you know.
It's just a guy. Like
he's far enough away that you could go, oh, that's just a scarred dude.
Yeah, he's wearing a coat.
Right.
It's not even.
Also,
This
this is
naked.
just like my beef, because I am a history nerd. They keep going the war, and then you see him get the bodies from some battlefield. So it's the 40s in the flashbacks, 1830s. I'm trying to like, I was sitting there racking my brain. I'm like, what fucking conflict are they even referring to? Like, there was a lot of colonial wars in the 1800s, but not between like the major European powers. Like, I was like, are they referring to the Napoleonic Wars? Like, what? Could you give some specification?
Yeah, and Christoph Waltz keeps talking about the war. Like, he's like, the war. And it's like, what war?
The book was written in, I think, 1818, so that was only 6 years removed from like the Napoleonic Wars. So like, that could be the case. Like, but then they were like, they would have referenced like Waterloo if that was the case, because they were in Edinburgh. So it's like, Del Toro, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I thought it was like even later 1800s that it was set in, like with like the costuming and stuff. So I don't know. Like,
and then Victor's hat that he wore, I was like, that's about 200 years too late. That's straight up a pilgrim hat.
It didn't.
Are you throwing shade on that jaunty hat? I love Victor's jaunty hat. That was one of the best parts of the movie.
So I think another theme that is very obvious, but we haven't touched on it too much, is the crew that is sailing to the North Pole for some reason. I think they go into more detail of what the expedition is in the book. But
yeah, they do. It starts out literally from City. If you didn't like the crew, do not read the book, because the book starts out with the captain's own letters to his sister.
Logs,
yeah. It's like 10 pages of him going, I have no friend.
It's so cold.
I really want a friend, and I'm cold. And then he sees Victor, and he decides, this is my best friend now.
No, I'd like that because like that's how like Dracula is written, and I love Dracula. That's a great book. So I probably would like the book. But yeah, why are they in the North Pole?
So
How did they get there?
There was like an obsession in like Victorian era of like we have to go as far as humanly possible, and like they're weirdly obsessed with the North and South poles.
Yeah. So.
Alright.
Yeah, it was like the tail end of like the exploration age,
Yeah.
where they're like, we got to get everywhere. I'm like, what do we got left? It's like, well,
We got to colonize
Everest
these
and the
penguins.
poles, you know.
I really like how Victor just like is he gets those sled dogs and he's just mushing. Like
Yeah.
what? Like where
And
did
that's
he
in the
get
book too.
that?
Like
Yeah, it
that's
is.
how they find him. Is he's just mushing in
Yeah.
the North Pole.
What?
Yeah,
Um,
he doesn't even interact with them. He's just passing by, and they're like, "That's a really big dude on that fucking sled," and then he just disappears from sight.
Well, and
What the
that's what the book is trying to say. Like they have been chasing each other to the literal ends of the earth. Like,
Yeah.
Mm.
For like
and
years.
supposedly a lot of time has passed. That's one thing I had against this movie is it's 2.5 hours long, and somehow I felt like they were rushing the timeline.
Yeah,
Like,
the book is like
it
over
felt-
decades.
yeah, it felt like it was over the course of like a year, and I'm like, I feel like even just to get to Antarctica by foot, it's gonna take a while. So I don't
Well,
know, but
Well, you see, his hair was so long, so you should have known it had been so many years.
yes, well, and that's probably what they're going for. But so the comparison between Victor and the captain of the ship is very strong in both the book and this movie,
Mhm.
where they're both obsessed with going to the new frontier, and Victor's kind of this cautionary tale of like sometimes it's not better to go to the other side. Like sometimes you reach your goal and it's not what you thought. And so I kind of do like the whole like, okay, they're going to turn around at the end and they're going to go home because he's realized that his obsession isn't worth like the time and energy they're spending away from just being home and living their lives. So I kind of liked that messaging, and it's again, it's not subtle, but it's good.
In terms of other anachronisms for the time period, I was just reading in IMDb. So Victor Frankenstein in 1859 buys dynamite to blow up the creature, but Alfred Nobel did not invent dynamite until
Right.
1866.
Right, okay. Awesome.
Yeah, he's at that like shop in the Arctic, and he's like, "I need 6 sticks of dynamite." And he's like, 6?
Okay.
And don't forget the bags of condensed milk. Don't forget that he has mommy issues. He's drinking
needs
milk.
the
He's drinking milk. He's drinking milk. He misses his mommy. He loves his mommy. Like, oh, okay.
So is he dumb because like the creature literally gives him an opportunity. He's like, I see you have dynamite. If you want to try blowing me up, if that kills me, cool. But if not, I'm just gonna torture you.
Yeah,
And
I think the
hands
line
him
is
one stick of dynamite.
Yeah.
You have 6 of them.
Yeah, why not use it?
Yeah, I
Let's
think
use
the-
them all.
I think the line that the creature says in the movie is, "If the dynamite kills me, then you're off the hook." I think his next words are, "If I'm not dead, I'm going to kill your children."
Yeah, like he and at that point he already had like broken his leg, and
The way he
like,
breaks his nose too is so brutal.
Oh,
so good, so
Yeah.
good. It was so good. Like everything that had to do with Jacob Elordi's creature was good. Like
Also,
I
I-
liked,
yeah.
yeah.
yeah, I really like.
I'll be controversial.
Okay,
I was not a fan of the creature design for
that's
didn't
for
like-
the
fair.
creature.
That's
You didn't like it?
I understand. I understand that.
Yeah, it's the, you know,
I liked it. It made him sexy.
it
Okay.
was very like, I didn't understand like, why does it have to be patchwork? Like, why?
Because it's
Couldn't they-
different body parts, Bryce. How else would they be able to say that in the movie without giving it to you on a platter? See, it's different.
I mean, like, I think the previous designs like make it seem like, yeah, these are different parts, like, and it's cut or assembled from, you know, stuff that kind of makes sense. Like, why would you get 2 bodies or 2 pieces of skin that's like half of his face down
kind
the
of-
middle kind of thing?
They kind of show it when he's putting the bodies together, where, you know, they grab the bodies off of the battlefield and he gets back to the lab and he's looking at these bodies and they're all mangled. And he's like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do with this? It shows like a head that's literally like cut down this way.
Yeah.
Like there's no top skull. And I guess that's the one he used. I don't know. But
That one.
Perfect.
I think it would have been
I
funny if
kind
they
of-
were like, oh, we ran out of white people, so we only have black and brown bodies. And there's just like random bits of melanin on Frankenstein.
They could have done it. Like
would've
they
been
could have.
funny.
Like instead, they just made him blue and purple. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, cool. Right.
I-
He's
I
dead.
think
Don't forget that.
The initial shots
You know who
of
he
him-
actually looks like? I think this is what it reminds me of you guys big fans of Star Trek?
No.
Oh my god.
Data
no.
in First Contact, when the
Dude, the
Borg
old heads are
Queen
going to go
gives him
crazy for this reference.
real skin. You know?
I'd have to see a
Just like
picture.
that. I think that's what it is. He looks too much like Data from First Contact.
I think
Mhm.
the initial shots of the monster just like totally hairless and like naked and has the patchwork, like it didn't quite do it for me, but I think at the end when he's like actually dressed in clothes, has like super long hair, like that's exactly how I envisioned it when
Mhm.
reading the book.
Yeah.
And so I think
Yeah.
that way of portraying him was super well done.
Yeah, I think the ending where he's like just a shape in the like a silhouette in the snow is like, yeah, he's a hulking. I think that's where it's most effective is like when he just looks like a hulking, wreckage of a person.
Mm-hmm.
And that's mostly the costume design more than the creature design at that point. But yeah, not a huge fan of the patchwork.
I hope that Del Toro does not do a sequel to this. I hope that we're not going to get a Bride of Frankenstein. Like, I think stands alone, and we should keep it that way because I'm not going to watch another 2.5 hour.
If they make a Bride of
movie.
Frankenstein, I'm going to chase him like the creature did Victor. Like,
If you could
Why?
blow
You
me
gave-
up with the stick of
Didn't you?
dynamite.
You gave it an 8 out of 10. That's a supremely enjoyable movie. Why would
No.
you?
Yeah,
want
but
him to
I
do a follow-up?
famously do not like sequels. I have said that so many times. I'm famously not a sequel guy, and I also I did like this movie, but I don't think movies need sequels all the time. Like, I don't think we just need to keep making movies about the same. Like, make something else, do something else.
also,
And
with
I,
this disappointing as this movie was to me, I now do not have any faith in Del Toro making Phantom of the Opera because that's what he wants to do next. And
is
I-
he really? I didn't know
I
that.
really like Phantom of the Opera, and I'm like, if you screw this up, buddy,
I love Phantom of the Opera. I love
when I catch you, Ricky,
love-
when I catch you.
All right. Do we want to say anything else about the movie before we move on?
I mean,
Anything
it's on
else, guys?
Netflix. Why wouldn't you watch it? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Especially if you're a
It's
fan
little
of the
long,
story,
but-
if you're a fan of Del Toro, it's definitely worth a watch on Netflix.
If you're a fan of world building, if you like a world building movie with a lot of atmosphere and scenery, I would
Yeah.
recommend this.
if you like jaunty hats
Yeah.
and red leather gloves, this is
Yeah,
your
and
movie.
I think that if you like the book, it is probably the most true to the book movie of Frankenstein we have so far. I mean, I haven't seen all of them, obviously, because there's a ton of them, but from the ones I've seen, I think that this one stands pretty good up to it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Do we want to play Name That Frankenstein? See, I did it.
Yeah, I wanted you to see how it feels when you say it alone.
That's horrible. That's
Yeah,
horrible.
let me get that set up real quick.
Yeah, I
I'm
also
pretty
think if
excited for
you're
this one.
I'm excited too. I also think if you're a fan of just Victorian movies, that kind of vibe with the costuming and stuff, this would work well for you. Even if you don't really like horror, but I don't know why you would listen to this if you don't like horror. So whatever. Whatever. You wouldn't.
I just found a sound clip of Frankenstein putting together the monster.
Ew. Is that the plumber guy?
Yeah. It's thick.
Poor guy.
It's thick.
All right, you guys can see this.
Yeah.
I can see it.
All
How are
right.
we going to ring in?
So this is how we do it. Okay. I'm going to show you a picture, and it's called Name That Frankenstein. But really, what we're going to be doing is you're going to be telling me what movie it's from. Okay. So you have to identify which movie or TV show I've pulled the image from, and how do
No
you want to
cheating.
ring
You
in?
can't have your internet up.
No cheating.
Even though Bryce cheats sometimes, but it's fine.
What? No, I'm just very highly knowledgeable.
All right, Sydney, you ring in by saying Frankenstein. Bryce, you ring in by saying Frankenstein. Sean, you ring in by saying the creature.
Okay.
No.
Okay, then how do you want to do it?
No, that's fine.
Those
that's
are all
fine.
terrible ones to ring in because there's no plosives. It's and got to be like, yeah, I don't know. Creature
Penis.
would be a good one.
You can ring in literally however you want. I do not
Okay.
care. The first
I'm
voice
ju-
I hear is the
I'm just
person
gonna
who
say
gets to
Bryce.
answer.
I'm just going to say my name as well. So you can say your name too, Sean.
Boring.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want. But yeah.
All right. Name that Frankenstein. Oh, wait, hold on. Name that Frankenstein.
Sydney.
Bryce.
I heard Bryce first.
Ah.
This is from the original 1931 Frankenstein.
Unfortunately, Bryce, you don't get a point.
Can I?
That's not Frankenstein. That is Frankenstein's monster. A common misconception that has plagued pop culture surrounding this IP is that the monster on all the posters is named Frankenstein. However, the movie is actually named after the mad scientist Dr. Victor Frankenstein, who created the
Nice.
monster.
But we're naming the movie the Frankenstein movie.
I'm sorry, Bryce. You don't get the point. That's not Frankenstein.
So we can
Wait.
only answer if it's actually Victor Frankenstein.
You can only, well, no, because we're playing name. Yeah. Frankenstein's monster.
Woo!
So I
is
guess
great.
now, yeah, only answer if it really is Frankenstein's monster.
Okay. All right.
All right. Name that Frankenstein's monster.
Bryce.
Bryce.
Frankenstein versus Wolfman.
That is incorrect. Anyone else want to go?
Oh my god. Well, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know the name of the
Bryce.
movie.
Bryce, I have to let them answer first because you had
All
a
right.
chance to answer.
Sean, do you know?
Wolfman versus Frankenstein.
Nope.
Bryce.
Sydney, do you have an
Didn't-
answer or do I go to Bryce?
Frankenstein 2, Frankenstein's Revenge.
No. Okay, Bryce, what is it?
Is it Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein?
No, what are you talking about? Is no one going to get this?
Frankenstein
is
2,
this?
Electric Boogaloo Groove.
Okay, I think I legit have to give this to nobody. This is embarrassing.
Okay,
What
what
is it?
is it?
This is Frankenstein meets the Wolfman.
Oh my god.
I said, all right, meets.
You said Frankenstein versus the Wolfman. That's
That
not
is-
what this is.
That's true. That's true. All right.
I mean,
No.
if you had known your Frankenstein movies, you wouldn't have made that mistake.
That's a load of bullshit. That's what that is.
Dude, 0 points. This is kind of crazy. Should we put this out or do we need to cut this?
Keep going.
All right, name that Frankenstein's monster.
Bryce.
City.
Bryce is the first
This is
again.
Bride of Frankenstein.
This is Bride of Frankenstein.
Beautiful.
That's 1 point for Bryce. Sean and Sydney are really not doing very well.
All right. All right.
Name that Frankenstein's monster.
Bryce.
Yes, Bryce.
Son
Girl,
of
you don't-
Frankenstein.
It is Son of Frankenstein.
Fuck! That was a guess too. Shit. All right. All right. I
It
need
wasn't
to
a
lock
guess.
in. Sean, let's lock in. Let's lock in.
Shit.
Bryce
See,
has
now you're
2
going to accuse me of
points.
cheating because of my superior movie
I'm not.
knowledge.
I'm not. I wasn't.
Who truly knows the most about Frankenstein? Time will tell.
Probably not me.
Name that Frankenstein's monster.
Bryce.
Bryce.
Young Frankenstein. Come on, get on the ball, guys. What are you doing?
Is
doing-
Young
Sitting there with a
Frankenstein.
dick in your hand?
Yeah.
This is easy money.
This picture cracks me up.
The Wall Street Journal is the best part.
All right. Bryce has 3 points now.
I know.
Name that
Fuck.
Frankenstein. Oh, wait, hold on. That's Young Frankenstein. Name that Frankenstein's monster.
Bryce,
Yes, Bryce.
Oh my god.
this is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
This is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Bryce has 4 points.
I think I've seen that one.
Holy crap, guys.
I haven't seen most of these.
It's because it's Robert De Niro. Can't
Name
you
that
recognize?
Frankenstein's monster.
Sydney,
Yes, Sydney.
this is like one of the sequels to Frankenstein. I don't know why I buzzed in. I just
Yeah,
haven't
I
said
don't know why you
anything.
buzzed in either. So next.
Sean.
Okay, Sean.
Victor Frankenstein's monster.
I see. The problem with this one is I don't remember what the name is. So.
Oh,
We'll have to
okay.
reveal it.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Revenge of Frankenstein.
Okay, I think you're all wrong. This is,
Okay.
okay. This is House of
House
Frankenstein.
of Frankenstein. Okay.
Right.
All right, so it's still
House of the Stein.
0-0-4. How about this one?
What?
This is the best image I could pull from this
Bryce.
movie, by the way. Yes, Bryce.
The Horror of Frankenstein.
Nope.
Sydney,
Yes, Sydney.
The Devil's Rejects.
You wish.
Sean.
Yes, Sean.
Frankenstein's facelift goes wrong.
That
Botched
would be
Frankenstein.
appropriate. Unfortunately, this is Dracula versus Frankenstein. Made in the
See,
70s, and it looks awful.
Yeah, that looks like
I wasn't aware.
It looks like the 1919 Nosferatu almost.
It
Yeah,
is
for real.
So bad. Every image I saw of this movie, I was like, wow, this movie looks terrible.
I've never even heard of that, honestly.
So Bryce still leads with 4. I will say that the final, I don't know how many more I have, but the last slide, if you get the last slide, you win,
Okay.
no matter how many points you have.
All right.
What is this next one? The last slide?
I don't remember.
Awesome. All right. Sounds good.
Nope, it's not.
Bryce.
Yes, Bryce.
Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein.
Yes, but I don't remember. I think that is. Yep. Okay, that is exactly what it's called.
See,
Abbott
I
and
don't know who
Costello meet
Abbott and
Frankenstein.
Costello are, if I'm being honest. So I don't know those.
I don't
men.
either. But Bryce has 5 points, and you guys have 0.
Why were there so many Frankenstein movies in the 40s?
Because Universal was trying to make a bunch of money, and they were just pumping out movies for very low budget, and yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the same reason why horror movies are successful today. They're
Well,
low
yeah,
budget
but
and
I mean,
people like
like,
them.
we don't
Right.
get a new specific horror movie every. It seems like every year in the 40s they were like, new Frankenstein movie. Watch our slop.
Hey, no. What about The Conjuring? There's about 2,000
It
of
was
those.
literally the Marvel Cinematic Universe before the Marvel
Monster,
Cinematic. It was the
cinematic
Universal Monsters was probably
Monster
the most
Cinematic
successful
Universe.
Well, they tried to
like
redo it
IP
again.
back for decades.
Okay, I do believe the next one is the final slide.
All right, I'm locked in.
Which means if
Oh,
you
God.
get this one, which I don't think anyone's gonna get because I pulled it from a childhood treasure of mine.
Great.
Name that Frankenstein's
Bryce.
monster.
Oh, fuck.
Sydney.
Yes, Bryce.
No, Bryce. Come on, don't get it. I wanna guess, please.
Scooby Doo meets
Fuck!
Frankenstein.
That's what I was gonna say.
Definitely
too.
Scooby-Doo.
That's what I was
Fuck.
gonna say.
It is Scooby Doo, but it's not Scooby Doo meets Frankenstein. Anyone else want to guess?
Sean.
Sean.
Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed.
No, that's a live
No, that's
action.
the live action.
Oh, that's the
one.
live action one. Damn it.
Yeah. Is this one of the movies? It has to be, right? Because the episodes are just the episodes.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's
Um,
from the 80s, I think.
is this the one with the Hex Girls? Is it that movie?
No,
Or
No Hex Girls in this one.
That was 97.
Well then, I don't know. Oh, locked in.
All right,
no,
are
I
we
don't
giving
know.
up?
Yeah.
This is Ghoul School. Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School. All right, Bryce killed that one. I don't think
Yeah,
anyone
kick-
else got any points.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, I don't know shit about
You
Frankenstein.
guys would have had a chance if you tried to ring in. Haven't you ever watched Jeopardy? You ring in before you know the answer.
Yeah, but I'm good at Jeopardy because it's not about Frankenstein. So
It could be. Jeopardy's about lots of things.
that's true.
You're telling me you wouldn't have gotten Young Frankenstein if you had not said your name first?
To be honest, I have to pee so bad right now that I'm not thinking about anything but pissing. So I think that's why I did so bad. That's also just an excuse. I just did bad. But congrats, Bryce, on winning, and Max, thank you so much for putting that game together.
Yeah.
And before we send this pod off, I want to briefly mention our new Patreon tiers. We have consolidated some of the tiers. So our $4 a month tier was previously the $2 a month. So it's our undying support. Just thank you. It's just a thank you. Our $6.66 a month. That one you get more now. So it's the afterpods and the early access like before, but you also get to vote on our Patreon pick every month. That used to be on our $15 tier. So that very much worth it. That's our highlighted tier. That's a great deal, great bang for your buck. And then we have Spook Masters, which is $9.99 a month. And that you get all the other stuff I mentioned, plus the pretentious reviews, which is an extra episode every month. So those are our.
We're not saying we're going to do it.
We're
You have
not
access to
doing.
all the
You have
previous
access to
and
our
future
backlog.
pretentious reviews.
And we're not gonna do them every month. We're gonna do them when we feel like it. Yay! But we have a huge backlog. Like we have so many. We have hundreds of episodes. We have thousands of hours of content that you will be unlocking with this.
Pretentious reviews.
We have like 50.
Dozens.
Well,
Come on.
we
do your
have a
research,
lot.
Brittany.
Fuck.
I'm
not even
gonna lie,
I'm not trying to lie. I'm just, whatever. And if you pay annually, you save 13%. So I would do that. And then we obviously have our $666 a month tier where you get everything and you get an episode just for you.
Also, we have priced everything a la carte too. So if you don't want to do a monthly membership, you can buy afterpods or the pretentious reviews or the episodes without ads a la carte, but it's definitely more worth it to join monthly, and it is probably the best way to support us.
Yep. So go check that out at patreon.com/horror movie talk. Once again, our phone number is 682-253-4468. We love to hear your voice, but thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Good day, sir. Good day, sir. You lose. You get nothing. Is that a raincoat? Yes, it is.
I just had to stroll through the scraggly woods.
He had no face. Horror.
Wow, that didn't sound good.